morning. Today I want to speak to you about the midah, the personality trait of kavod, often translated as honor. Let me begin with two quotes that we're going to get back to in a moment. Ben Zomah אומר, the Rabbi Ben Zomah, the son of Zomah, said, Eizehu Mechubad, who is a person who is worthy of honor, of kavod, hamechbed et habriyot, a person who honors all their fellow human beings. How does he know this? שנאמר, he quotes a biblical verse that says, Ki מכבדי אכבד, I will honor those who honor me, says God to the prophet Samuel, ובזי יקלו, and those who have no respect for me, those who spurn me, will be dishonored. That's our first quote. That may not be so familiar to all of us, but the second one will surely be. Kaved avicha yimicha, we read, honor your father and your mother, we read in the Ten Commandments, in Yaseret HaDibrot, למען יאריכו ימיך על האדמה, אשר השם אלוהיך נותן לך, so that you may have a long existence in the land which the Lord your God is assigning you. Never fails. Whenever there's an award ceremony, the Emmys, the Oscars, the Sports Hall of Fame, the NBA All-Star team, there's always this argument, not only about, well, who got in, but who didn't make it. And people have great times at cocktail parties, or at social gatherings, or on social media, endlessly debating why was so-and-so not given an Oscar, an Emmy, or some form of honor and recognition, which gets many Reddit conversations and a great number of Instagrammed indignations getting going for people. Well, I think we can certainly agree, therefore, that honor is a hot-button issue. It's a sort of issue that people want to talk about, and they disagree about a great deal. But I want to suggest to you that our tradition actually puts out some criteria that make deciding who is worthy of honor a lot simpler and perhaps less controversial. Ben Zomah, to quote, is something that appeals to me because I'm not great at games. I'm not an actor, but I like to win at the game of honor. How do I do that? Ben Zomah says, if we read his quote in the widest possible sense, that honor is due to a person who honors others. Or if I really want to read the Hebrew literally, it says that honor is due to someone who honors every living creature, no matter what species they are. They're all worthy of respect. You may say, that's great. I walk around respecting everyone, and I'm a nice person, I'm charitable, I care, but I don't get honored. No one's noticing me. No one gave me a siddur with my name on it from Adath Israel for my last birthday. Maybe I should stand in the lobby next Shabbat with a sign around my neck that says, hi, here I am, Jack, please notice me and honor me. That way I'll feel that the honor I'm giving every creature in the world is maybe getting reciprocated. Shouldn't I get back what I put into society? Well, my friends, our sages were way ahead on this one as well. They have another little tidbit to add to Ben Zomah. They caution that the more you and I run after honor, the faster honor will run away from us. Honor can only be earned through the judgment of others. And even then, sadly, many never achieve the honor due to them in their own lifetimes. Which brings us finally to the challenge of how do we master this wonderful midah, this character trait of kavod. And this is a hard message for our society to understand. In our deeply self-absorbed society, in which many people unfortunately seem to spend more time posting the supposed highlights of their everyday existence on social media and too little time face-to-face with their families, except for COVID, perhaps, many find it hard to look beyond themselves. And that's why I believe the Torah doesn't just talk about kavod abstractly, it roots it in the parent and child relationship, which everyone understands. It's hard when you're a teenager not to yell at your parents when you are absolutely certain that they are so wrong and you are so right. It's harder as an adult to hold your temper when you're talking to your parent who has serious medical issues and seems to not value what you're saying or advising. But that's the meaning of kavod, of honor, to restrain negative feelings and maintain civility, because your parents and God are creators. And finally, notice that both verses of the text I've chosen remind people that the way we relate to others is the way we should relate to God. I need to focus on that lesson a great deal this coming Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur for the Yamim Noraim. I'm tempted to yell at God. Why do we have COVID? Why does a plague arbitrarily force me to choose between sitting at shul and watching a live stream? Why have you allowed all this disruption to family life, to the frail and the elderly, to my students? My list is long and angry, but I will not shout. I will not yell. I will gently ask these questions, interspersed with my tefillot, with my prayers. I will speak with kavod and hope that God will reciprocate, because I resisted the temptation to abandon my civility, the foundation of appropriate human interaction. My restraint is honorable, it's full of kavod, and when others recognize it or not, I know that I acted in a holy manner and will leave those with whom I interacted a legacy of some sort of civility. And they might remember what honor means. In conclusion, may we all pray for better times politely before God, and may the merit of our acting honorably with kavod make God metaphorically run after us and allow our prayers to enter through the heavenly gate of tears, which is never locked. Thank you. Thanks for your time.